Call of Duty World at War is a very intense game. We've taken a Pacific theater. The story has never been told about the Pacific theater. You know, we had a lot of guys come to us and say, why are you going back to World War II? And we said, you know, we're not going back. We haven't finished telling the story. We talked to 15 Marine veterans of that conflict, and they told us about a fight that was extremely intense. The Japanese were like no other Western army. First of all, they didn't have a Western tradition that we have. They were not a Judeo-Christian kind of a force. They had been steeped in the Bushido code. Thousands of years of samurai traditions in Japan. The actual katana swords handed down from father to son to son to son till it arrives on the island of Peleliu, and the guy's waiting to use it. You're going to see two islands that part of the campaign. It's Peleliu, very brutal fight. 10,000 Japanese defended on that island. About 200 in the end were finally captured. You're going to see Okinawa, 100,000 to 130,000 Japanese defending on an island that's considered part of Japan itself, and you're going to find only 2,000 or so prisoners actually being taken. So it is an extremely brutal fight. Every inch of ground has got to be fought for, and the legacy of honor and courage is what the service of the United States Marine Corps was in World War II is going to be brought very clear in this game. Today, you're going to see the PC co-op, and you're going to see 360 co-op being played. We've got these two engineers that are fanatics. And they've done the physics of what water would be like. So they played with it. So when you have a guy shot, the buoyancy of the body is actually figured out in the physics of the water. Likewise, they've taken the ballistic energy of the rifle round going down through the water and figured out how far that goes before you lose the ballistic energy. It's not going to penetrate. Yeah, we talk about the intensity of the Japanese campaign, but the European campaign, as the Russians closed in on Berlin, had that same level of intensity. You know, first of all, there are people say, hey, you somehow minimize the effect of war if you make a game out of it. What I always say is you actually teach something about the cruelty and the difficulty of the fight, and you teach something of the legacy of courage and honor of those generations that went before you.